Hey YouTube, this is a video. This is another hobby of mine, video games. That I want to talk about. Been wanting to talk about. Um, so this video is about Tekken 7 DLC downloadable content versus Tekken 8 DLC downloadable content, and so you know, um, Tekken 8, um, you know. Um, Personally, my opinion, um, I really feel like the game was fine until Clive. That's when I felt like the game kind of lost its balance and really kind of got out of control. Clive just being really overtuned, overpowered, and you know, I think the main like denominator when it comes to Tekken, um, it is a beautiful game with a lot of beautiful different martial arts, but you need to have the denominator is balance. You know, the player needs to believe that there is some type of fairness in the game, or and I strongly say believe. When that balance gets way out of hand, it really, in my personal opinion, um, takes away the fun from the game. Um, you know, um, and for me, Clive was just kind of sucked out the soul of the game. Um, him being DLC and just like trying to get people to buy that character just because he's so overpowered. Um, so still on Tekken, still talking about Tekken 8. There's a lot going on with Tekken 8. I just saw it got really negative reviews, like really bad reviews on Steam. Um, and my opinion, um, I think the game was hot until Clive. Um, Clive was just he took the game out of whack, and then the season 2 patches just annihilated the game. Just made it like just not just doesn't feel like Tekken anymore. To me, just it's just like it doesn't feel like Tekken anymore. It just feels like a perversion of Tekken. Um, but the reason why I want to compare the DLCs, I just want to contrast a little bit. Kind of look at Tekken 7 and then compare it to Tekken 8. So what you could see here, with this beautiful color coding here for the Tekken 7. So if you pre-order the game, you got Eliza. And then season 1, they only dropped 2 characters. So you can see that, hopefully with Tekken 8 dropping, 4 characters per season, maybe we'll get more um, DLC in Tekken 8 than in Tekken 7. But like my thing is just looking at the Tekken 7 roster, Eliza was a new character. Geese was a new, he's an old character, but they put him, he's from a different game, but they put him in Tekken, so he's kind of a new character to Tekken. Noctis was a totally new character, new idea. And then season 2, Tekken 7, just recycling, just pure recycling, just pure retooling of Anna has been in the game since, like, I don't know, Tekken 1, Tekken 2, I can't even remember, but Lei, Tekken 3, Murdoch, Tekken 4, Armor King's been in Tekken forever, Julia, like, recycling. And I guess what they wanted to do is bring back the old characters, but in the Tekken 7 world, which was fine. You know, um, they retooled them and they were fine. They were good, fun. I think Armor King was like Armor King or Murdoch, or Armor King, Murdoch, and Julia. I think were the like where the hype. I think Armor King was like the most hype um, in that season 2 of, like, it looks like recycled, kind of like redone characters. They did, it looks like they dropped 5 characters in season 2, so that was good. But it was, these characters have been around. There's nothing new here. Um, also, look, I'm sorry. Actually, 6 characters. Negan was on the bottom, but Negan's a new character, so that was good. They actually, made a new character. Negan was super cool, really good, super strong, and you know he was at times overpowered, but eventually he, there was you kind of got the balance. Um, so then season 3, um, Zafina, Ganryu, Leroy, and Fakarum were new characters, so it was a balance. It was a balance there. Um, so, um, you know, there was half and half on that. Um, Leroy was really overpowered when he joined. Fakaram was really overtuned when he joined. They had to nerf both of those characters significantly. Um, you know, and then season 4, Konomitsu and Lydia. Um, I mean, the season 4 characters were. I don't think they were as overtuned as Leroy and Fakaram. Um, they were okay. I mean, Konomitsu was her curve, like, she got really good towards, like, the end of the game. People started to use her more, and got really really good with her. Saw her potential, but and I know it's still early. Tekken 8 only has 2 seasons, and Tekken 7 had 4 seasons. But let's see what we got here. We do have summer and autumn revealed. So the model here is, for season 1, 3 returning characters and 1 new character. Now, for me, Eddie was a big drop. I'm a huge Eddie player. He in Tekken 7, he was not easy to play with. He took some skill, and I feel like they kind of nerfed him a bit. He wasn't as good or as tricky. But season 1 Tekken 8 Eddie was fantastic. They made him kind of easy to use and really good mix up and movement. A lot to play around and figure out with that character, while being easy for starters to use, which I feel like Eddie was a great start to Tekken 8 Season 1, which I feel Tekken 8 Season 1 up to Hayachi was the most popular it got. Like, it, people were playing it. It was. I'm pretty sure the reviews were positive. Um, so I really feel like Tekken 8 should revert back to season one. I know we all have different opinions, but season one I felt like was more balanced than whatever is going on now. Um, Lydia, man, she kind of like, that was the beginning right there with like overpoweredness, overtune, like guard breaking and crazy mix up, very flow charty with the stances and stuff like that. But still able to get around her. She was extremely powerful, but you know, she wasn't like it. She didn't feel there was ways around her. Um, but she was really overtuned in the game compared to like Tekken 7 Lydia, which she was a new character, but she wasn't like scary. It was like you get an opponent with Lydia, and when she first came out, everybody tried to use her, and then after a while, like people kind of like people got used to her, and she wasn't as strong anymore. But Tekken 8 Lydia, extremely powerful, like just creating havoc. Um, so then Tekken 8, Hayachi, that was like one of my dreaded, like Hayachi with Tekken 8 mechanics was extremely scary for me. Hayachi always being one of those like crazy hard characters, to face. And Tekken 8 version, he's really good. He would, at first he was very scary, but there's ways around him. Like I feel like he's not too bad in Tekken 8. There's ways around him. He can be kind of cheesy if you don't know how to deal with his dances and everything, but he is hard. He is very scary in the hands of a good opponent. I feel like Tekken 7 Hayachi was. I think Tekken 7 Hayachi was worse than Tekken 8 Hayachi, but um, that's like not including the heat and all that stuff. Like um, so um, and so then when Clive dropped, that was when I like kind of just dropped the game. Um, Clive just didn't sit well with me. I will say that design wise, I do like him better than Noctis. Like Noctis was just annoying to me. Like just like trying to like flip you up and do like have these crazy air combos and this teleporting and all that stuff. Like Clive is more visually appealing, and I think he's cooler. Um, but he was just a major problem in the game, and it was just obvious like they just wanted people to pay to use Clive, and you know um it kind of just got sad at that point where it was just like, what if you don't want to use that character and you want to play with a normal character? And so, like, okay, maybe somebody who never played the game before could buy Clive and win some matches, but, you know, um, Tekken there's a lot of skilled players or a lot of people that play Tekken, and it really doesn't take much to win with Clive. So, um, once a player hits a certain level, they just get exponential, wins and gains. So that's where Clive, like, okay, bottom tier Clive, okay, but once you get to the upper tier Clive players, the game was just not fun anymore. And then they continued in that, like, really bad, overpowered direction, where then they release Anna, who has like crazy chip damage, crazy combos. Anna has like, um, she has been a problem for, I know, since Tekken 7 for sure. Um, um, I think even before Tekken 7, Anna was just nasty. She had these like crazy attacks, crazy stances, quick movement. Um, she's even more broken in Tekken 8. Um, it's just like it's just not fair, from my perspective. And so they went from Clive, and then they continued in this broken direction. Uh, so then, you can't see them, but they're gonna drop Fakuram in the summer. He's another, guard breaking, like makes no sense. Like, you're blocking, and he just like snaps your blocking. Crazy mix up. Crazy large character with crazy reach. Legs that can hit you for days, arms that can hit you for days. Um, it's like trying to get inside, but against a Fakuram is really, really hard. He has a lot of reach, and on top of that, he can snap your blocking. So it's like, what are we trying to do? Like, what's the point of even fighting a character like that? And then why are they continuing in this like broken, mess, of a game? It's just like they're destroying the game for people to buy DLC. And I mean, it the when you compare Tekken 7, like, yeah, my opinion, Geese was like more was I don't Geese was just like, I've seen things with Geese that, like, it was bad. Geese can be unbeatable, if he's played a certain way. But I ran into that player maybe once or twice. I would face Geese players, and they were not playing. They were playing more fair, and but he has like combos for days, and has really strong combos and mix up and reversals, and he has a lot of moves and fireballs. And Geese, in my opinion, and Akuma, um, Eliza too, because she has a lot going on too. I feel like Geese broke the game and Eliza broke the game, but um, you wouldn't always run into those characters, and you know, not everybody, I guess, had the skill to use those characters in that way. I feel like Tekken 7, you needed to have more skill to play with these characters. So it takes more time, and all these things. And um, so I would, majority of the at some point, majority of the time, beat Geese, or maybe sometimes beat Eliza. Sometimes she was just like unbeatable. But you know, it was manageable. Tekken 8 is just heading in a direction where the game is just not manageable, and it is just not fun. Um, I want to say, if I had to hit the reset button on Tekken 8, it would be up to Hayachi. Even though, like, it was he Lydia and Hayachi made the game exponentially harder when they first dropped, and then people would get used to them. But um, Clive, and then Anna, and then Fakarum, and then Armor King again. Now Armor King, he's he's a very strong character. With the Tekken 8 mechanics, who knows how strong he's gonna be. Definitely he'll probably be broken. Um, a character that can like wave dash and has King's mix up throws um, is looking like a recipe for disaster in the balance of the Tekken 8 game. And so like the thing is with the Tekken, you do like people do want to use the fancy nice new characters, but like I think people want to use the characters that they want, and if they can't win with the characters that they want to play with, it defeats the purpose of the game, whether they're DLC or not. And Tekken 8 is just not that common denominator is just not is disappearing. With each DLC, Fakaron being gonna probably be, more broken. He might be the most broken character, and when he comes out, and you know, does anybody want to play a game where they're trying to block or an attack, and your block gets broken, and then you get mixed up, and then you get comboed and heat bursted and all these things. It's not fun not fun to get beat up. You want to. It's fun. It's fun when there's some back and forth. But when it just becomes overwhelming due to the design of the game just doesn't become appealing anymore. So my personal opinion on this is I think season 1 up to Hayachi is where I would reset the game. Like, I mean, at least not like, go back and take away the characters, but kind of scale the game back to what it was. I feel like that's when it was it's most exciting. And then like whatever happened after Clive, that mess is probably what ruined Tekken 8. But yeah, so let me know what you think. Take care and have a good one.